I have a bet for every single WNBA game today. We're going to finish the week strong. Let's go.
Money Pots.
Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows.
Welcome, everybody, back for another episode of WNBA Betting and how to learn how to bet WNBA. I am the host. I'm the CEO. They call me Moss Money. And yesterday we had an even day. Just got us by the hook. Minnesota the Lynx just went quiet in the fourth quarter and decided not to score one more point, but it is what it is. No losing days are winning days, so we'll take that. We're back for today. We have multiple games on the slate. And like I said, I got a bet for every single WNBA game. So wait for your game or for your bet that you want to listen to. And then we'll get right into it. I saw a couple people comment on the last video. I always appreciate the comments. So make sure you guys do comment. Let me know what bet you're betting. Let me know if you hit and you tailed and you won, because that's what we're doing here. We're here to win together, because if I win, you win. And if you win, I win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It's not me versus you, me versus your favorite handicapper. It's me versus the book man, me versus the bookie man, me versus AKA the sports book, the keepers of the money. We want the cash, baby. So let's get into it. Let's bring up our handy dandy sports book. Dealing with DraftKings, FanDuel, been on some other so we're gonna be hitting up DraftKings today and go through all three games on the docket. A lot of games today. We got the Seattle and New York. We got Sky and Lynx off of back-to-back aces in Connecticut. Aces coming off an ugly loss. But let's go to the 1:00 game, man. Seattle and the Liberty getting prime time. I think it's on ABC out here for us in Philly, Channel 6. So they're getting, some notoriety. Looks like that line jumped up. It was at 4.5. It is now at 5. And I kind of like this. I kind of like the Liberty here. It does make sense. Liberty are 7-1, or I'm sorry, 7-2 at home. So this is not going to be an easy win or easy out for the Storm. The Storm did beat them last time, though, and we were on that money, 89-79 in Seattle. So a little bit of a revenge game here, a little bit. I think that, Liberty doesn't have Jones right now, so, it's going to be tough inside for the Liberty. But I think they'll figure it out coming off a tough road. They were 1-3 in their last 4 on the road. Got to win against the Sparks, and now following that back up against the Storm here. So my bet here for today, because I like the Liberty, that tells me for the Liberty to win, they're going to have to score a little bit of points. Seattle is good on defense of the ball, led by Skyler. I'm trying to think who else is Naneka. They got Izzy in the middle. So, they're tough. They're starting 5, but it's just something like just a little bit off about that 5. I don't know what it is. Like, you would think that 5 would be better than it actually is. But they haven't just figured out how to put it all together yet. But they've been playing good ball, though, right? They've been playing pretty decent ball. They're not that going on the road, though. They're 5-4, and I think that's why you see the line the way it is. But they're 11-7 right now. Beat New York again. Winners of 4 of their last 6. So doing the road trip right now after a pretty successful homestand. So what my bet today is, I got to go on the Liberty side here, with the favorite. Not for the line, though. I'm looking at a player prop here, and Natasha Cloud has been killing for us. We were on her in the beginning, and now she kind of went through a spell, but she's found her footing. And I think that's not only going to open up things for her, but for somebody else. And I'm going with Sabrina here. I'm going with Sabrina here to give me over 2.5 threes. Now, I know she hasn't hit this number in a little bit. She didn't play last game against Seattle, so I think that changes up just a tad of how they have to defend the Liberty. She's one of those runner arounds that, runs around everywhere and kind of tries to get open. I think Natasha will find her a couple times here in this game. I think they're going to want to get out early. So, Seattle's chasing here. But, Sabrina has been on a slight tear. She had a couple 30-point games, and then she kind of cooled off. She went 3 for 19 out of a 3-game stretch from 3. But I think she's found her footing. She's 6 for 16 in the last 2 games, hitting this number twice out of the last 2 games, getting obviously over double-digit points and scoring 20 points last game and 14 the game before. So for me, I think the key for New York to win this game, it has to be Sabrina to score. Like, she has to score. And she scores from 3, right? She obviously scores in other ways, but her big weapon is she's the sharpshooter. She's going to take anywhere from 8 to 10 threes in this game. I need 3, Sabrina. That's all. Just give me 3. Just give me 3, Sabrina. That's all I need. That's all I need. But I like that 1-2 punch of the guards at the backcourt when Natasha Cloud and Sabrina. And I think Natasha Cloud's going to have her handfuls with Diggins and guarding and what she can do well. But I think that, again, it's going to open up Sabrina. And again, she didn't play the first game. I think you get a different game this time around. And I think that's why you see the line starting to tick up a little bit more. It was at -4.5 at now -5. Some value on the dog here, though. Right, some value on the dog without Jones in the middle. Obviously, Seattle has a big advantage inside against the Liberty and against Stewart with those 2 bigs, Nneka and Izzy. Both, I think Nneka is like 6'2", 6'3". Izzy's like 6'5", I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So big advantage, but they don't take advantage of it. That's the thing. Like, they have a big advantage, height advantage, but they don't take advantage of it. So I like the Liberty here again. I'm not taking a side, but give me Sabrina over the 2.5 3-pointers. -130. Again, all bets are half unit bets. $50 to win you 88.46. All right. So that's bet 1. Next game. Aces and the Connecticut Suns, the biggest spread of the day. 18. Jesus Christ, they're gonna get their ass whooped. The play here though is the matchup between A'ja Wilson and Tina Charles. Now, Tina Charles has a shoulder injury, so she's a game time decision. So I'm not sure if she's going to play, but she's on the docket. And knowing the veteran that she is and Tina Charles, she's going to tough it out. And I think she's going to give it her all and try to go. But if you look at her last numbers, she hasn't scored double-digit points, meaning that shoulder is really, really bothering her, only playing 20, 21 minutes out of the last 2. Obviously down for her average of averaging 27 minutes per game. So I think she's going to be used sparing. It might be a good possibility that she's out this game. Let me double check. Let me double check the hot sheets, as they say. Let me see if we have any more updated information on Tina Charles from a injury standpoint. I think she's going to go, though. That's just me. And if she does go, I don't think she is going to score. You got A'ja Wilson, 2-time defending defensive player on the other side. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough for her. Yeah, I don't see anything right now with Tina Charles. Still questionable. That's all we got. Game report is that she is questionable. Looks like Jaylen Brown is out as well, or Jaylee Brown. I'm not sure how you pronounce that first name. What does she do for the Canadian? They might get blown out by 20, to be real with you. Like, you don't bet 18 here, right? I wouldn't bet 18 on the spread. I would be betting like 20, 25, because you have to think that if they're going to lose by -18, then, they're going to get blown out. Like right here. This is not bad. 9,000 to win by 17 to 20, or to win by 21 plus 10,000 to 1. Woo! That is a significant bet. Let me see what that looks like. $50 to win you probably 10 grand. I mean, 5 grand. Wow. I might have to take this bet. I wasn't even betting this. That's a crazy bet. Oh shit. I'm looking at the wrong one. Connecticut Sun to win by 21. Stupid. Got that recorded. I was on the wrong side. All right. Yeah, never mind. Caught myself. Yeah, to win by 21. Yeah, there's only 20 or up on this bet. But like I said, I don't have anything from more information for Tina Charles. That's not bad if she plays to get a double double. There's some value there, probably. But you see how high that is, right? You see how high this is, a plus 1,500. It just tells you right then and there. So this goes with my bet. We're going to under Tina Charles, 14 and a half points. I think this is a good bet. There's a good chance she doesn't play, so this bet would get void. But as soon as she steps on the court and she gives it a go, then the bet's live. And I think she's going to have a hard time scoring, especially against somebody like AJ Wilson, who's going to be guarding her. You neutralize Tina Charles, and it's pretty much game over from the Connecticut Sun. But there was another person that's out here that I wanted to look at because they're getting decimated. Because I think Marbury, not Marbury, what's her name? Marina. Yeah, Marbury. I think she's out. And then looks like Jalen, I want to say it's Jalen Brown, number 18. She played 17 minutes against Minnesota, and they lost by 40 against Minnesota. And then no Tino Charles could give you points. Man, it's going to be tough. I like the 20, to be honest with you. I really do. I ain't going to hold you. I like the 20. I think Asia Wilson makes a lot of sense here from any of her numbers. A double-double makes sense here for me, for Asia Wilson. Tina Charles is not going to be able to lift her arm up. What's her double-double? Just want to see something here. -1. Yeah, it's not even worth it. Olivia Nelson Odudu. Ododa. I said Odudu. Yeah, that's gonna be tough for her. Yeah, I can't see that. Looks like Anissa Morrow is the one that scored against Minnesota. She had 16 and 11, but I don't see her in here. So she's not even on the list. Let me look at FanDuel real quick. Yeah, she's not even on the list. So give me the under. We're not going to spend too much time trying to look for bets here, but give me the under. Let me see, on Tina Charles, 14 and a half points. I think it's a really good bet. Good chance she doesn't play. Not mad at you if you take the Aces -18. All right. Let's see what Asia Wilson rebounds. You're going to have a tough time keeping her off the boards, I bet. See, the problem with this bet is if they are winning by like 30, does Asia Wilson stay? I mean, you got to think Asia Wilson comes out the game. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to be in the game long. And she only had, they got cooked last game. Under would probably make a lot of sense here. It's just too juiced up at -145. All right. That's bet number 2. Let's go to the Chicago Sky. Minnesota Lynx coming off a back-to-back. They had a nice win yesterday. Killed us with that team total. We had it 82.5, and they got 82 points. But coming off a back-to-back, Chicago is coming off a decent break, almost a damn near a week. So they should have fresh legs here. This bet here is I was looking at Angel Reese. She's been on an absolute tear the last 6 games. I know people hate Angel Reese for so much. She's not that good. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. Yada yada this. Yada yada that. I get it, but with Cardosa being out from the center, she's really stepped up her game, and there's no like discussion with that, right? If you look at the last couple games, over the last 6 games, I've said this in another video. Actually, I'll post a link to the video of my Angel Reese respect that she's been given, that she should be getting, and the disrespect that she continues to get. She's been averaging 15, 15, and 4 over the last 6 games. And people were crying like she sucks. You know what I mean? Like if they were winning, if the Chicago Sky had a winning record right now, it would be because of Angel Reese. And the narrative would be completely different. But I get the hate for Angel Reese. Actually, no, I don't really get it at all. She's a star, and she's one of the main reasons why the WNBA has lights on her. Not taking any away from Caitlin Clark. I get it. Golden Goose, all that good stuff. But Angel Reese is part of that conversation too, and you cannot deny that. I just don't get why people do that. But again, Cardosa is out, and a surprising game time decision is Alana Smith. She tweaked her knee in the game before. So coming off a back-to-back, I expect her not to play with the knee. She played 9 minutes, but she's one of their forwards. So I think that puts a little bit more pressure on Nafisa to get into the dirty work and getting some rebounds and stuff. So I like Nafisa here over 9.5 plus the points. I don't think she's going to have to score to beat Chicago. I think Minnesota is going to mop the floor with Chicago. I get that they're coming off a week, and with the timing, they're coming off a back-to-back, the first back-to-back of the year for the Lynx. But if Angel can't get her points, who's scoring for Chicago? Ain't nobody scoring for Chicago. Ain't nobody scored for Chicago all year long. So I expect Minnesota to roll here, especially meaning I think they're still the only undefeated team at home. But it's going to be Nafisa, I think, with Alana Smith out for the Lynx. I think that you're going to see Nafisa get a little bit more aggressive on the boards, and especially with Angel Reese being down there. I don't know if they will be paired up so much, but yeah, give me Nafisa Collar over 8.5 rebounds. And then we're going to double up. Now, this is going to be a little bit on a reach here, right? But I think that if she gets 8 to 9 rebounds, there's a pretty good chance she gets a double-double. So we're going with more plus money here. Gotta love plus money. Give me Nafisa Collar with a double-double. I mean, we're not worried about her getting over 10. It's just her rebounds that we have to sweat. But at plus 160, right? I know she's not a rebounding machine. But again, just looking at the situation here, yeah, give me Nafisa Collar over. Not over, a double-double plus 160. Really like that bet. And then we're going for the trifecta, the Holy Trinity. Give me the Minnesota Lynx to win this game by minus 15. I think they aired them out. I really do. I think they might even beat them by 20. And Chicago's got a lot of bad losses on the road. I believe they're 3-7 on the road. They just won the last game, right? But when's the last time they won a back-to-back road game? So you know they're not going to win the game. It's just about how much they lose by. But these are the low road losses. I mean, Golden State, tough, 83-78. They lost by 13 to the Dream. They lost by 18 to the Dream. They lost by almost 20 to the Liberty. They lost by 5. They played Mercury tough, but they lost by 2. They lost by 14 to the Sparks. And then in the beginning of the season, they got aired out by damn near 40 to the Fever. And we're talking about the best team in the NBA and the WNBA right now, and the Minnesota Lynx. Yeah. Give me the minus 15.5. I'll take it. I'll take the minus 15.5. We're going to bless their ass with the holy trinity of bets, all on the Chicago Sky and the Minnesota Lynx. Do you have a parlay, you say? Is that what you asked for? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a parlay to put together? Well, let's put something together. Why not give you some extra? Ooh, Liberty tricking up. Minus 5.5. Ace is going down. All right, so let's do this. We're going to do a little bit of a parlay. So we're going to start with our first bet. All right, let's get some plus money on there. Ooh, we want to get that Nafisa over there, and then we're going to do what's the double Stewart plus 180, the NECA. Wow, Natasha Cloud is on here as a double. Let's see. Kind of feeling Natasha Cloud's under, but I don't think she's up here. Let's switch it up. Let's go with Sabrina to score right there over 18.5. Actually, let's go with 20. What's her 20? And then yeah. And let's get one more. I don't like doing no more than 2 or 3. Let's see. Aces and Sons. Yeah, there's nothing we can do over here. But I said, did we go under with Asia Wilson's points? Yeah, that's a tough one. What about under her rebounds? I like kind of her under her rebounds. What's that? Yeah, I like that. I like this. I'll take that. Plus 8. I'm about 8.5 to 1. Right. And we're gonna go under Asia Wilson rebounds. Sabrina for 20 points, and then Collar Nafisa for a double. The sweat will be the top 2, I think. I don't think Asia Wilson gets 11 rebounds today. I don't think she's gonna play the whole game. So these 2 will be the sweat. But again, go be a little bit lighter. $25. When you 236, man. Quick 200 off $25. I like it. You guys can do however you want. This is just a little bonus bet. But those are the bets that I had still stand, all half unit bets. All right. So those are the WNBA bets of the day. As always, I appreciate you guys listening to me, learning how I look at WNBA and how I bet. I got a pretty obvious strategy, and I don't go too far away from that. Stick with the stars. Stick with the people who you can count on. Don't reach too hard, and let the pennies count up. Don't go too big with your bets. Make sure you always keep track of your bankroll, and let's get some wins today. Right? We were even yesterday. I think we're going to finish the weekend with a positive note and go into the weekend fresh. So this is Moss Money. This is WNBA Betting. Good luck, everybody. Happy hunting.